So how exactly should you price your product? Now, a lot of creatives, in fact, most of my students ask me this question. Creative Nurse Abby, Creative Nursepreneur, how should I put a price on my product that I won't shortchange myself and it won't look like it's too expensive? Now, there is nothing cast in stone when you want to try and decide what price to give your product. Trust me when I tell you there are various factors that you have to consider before you put the price on that product. Now, the first thing is your fixed cost and your variable cost. Now, your fixed cost is something that all through maybe a particular quarter, a particular year, it's the same. Take, for example, your rent, maybe your machine, equipment you're using. At least you need to factor that into your pricing. Now, the variable costs are actually what you have to buy per time. Take, for example, your raw materials. Now, to reduce all the hula baloo, now I'm going to explain to you how we make a mamacita rolls from 1 yard of satin. I use satin material, bridal satin, to make a mamacita rolls, which you're seeing on the screen right now. So I'm going to be doing 1 yard of it, and I'm going to be showing you how many mamacita roses we're going to make from 1 yard of our fabric. So here is 1 yard of our fabric. We're going in to create a mamacita roses with this 1 yard. So follow me. Before we go ahead, I just want to let you understand that these and many more we're going to be teaching in our Creative Beads Masterclass. We're going to be teaching you 50 different hair accessories and fabric roses, and it's going to be starting this March 2026. In fact, it started already. Now, it's an online class. It's going to be telling you not only how to make all these designs, but also how to price, where to sell, where to get your resources, and how to actually price your items. So if you're interested, just send me a DM Creative Beads, and I'm going to be connecting you to the link where you're going to register. So let's go and create our mamacita roses. So guys, we've got our template. It's just 6 centimeters, 6 inches by 6 inches. That's just a regular cardboard, 6 inches by 6 inches. So I'm going to be using the template to cut out my 1 yard of satin ribbon. Oh, sorry, 1 yard of my bridal satin material. Okay. So what I just do is just make my incisions right at the wrong side of your fabric, just like so. So we're going to be doing it all the way, and I'm going to be cutting it and showing you. Yeah, the template to create my perfect squares on my fabric, and to make life easier, I've used my office pin to hold them in place. Remember, I folded the 1 yard into 2. So I've got the 1 yard like that. So I folded it into 2 to make it easy to cut, and that's how it's easy as a professional to cut your fabrics. So now I'm going to be cutting my squares. Okay, I'll be right back when I'm done with cutting my fabrics. Okay. Cutting all my squares, and I think this is the last one. This is like the excess or the discarding, so I try as much as possible to make sure I cut my fabrics really well. So I'm going to be cutting this because this is 6 inches by 6 inches, but I'm going to be needing 3 inches by 3 inches for each of my petals for my roses. So stay tuned. I'm going to be cutting one of these into 4. I'll be right back. I finished cutting all of my squares. So I've cut each squares into 3 inches by 3 inches, and now we're going to be going step by step to create our petals. Guys, this is the only wastage we've got, just a little bit of wastage we've got, right? So you're going to make sure you cut really well. We need to sit for this one, so I'm going to be using my candle and my light source, and I'm going to be doing my petals. Okay, so if you want to watch the full video of this creation, it's right down on my page. Yes, it's right down on my page. I could pin it in the comment section. All right, so we've got 3 inches by 3 inches petals. We've cut all of our 1 yard already, and we're going to be doing them one at a time. Okay, so we've got 1 and 2. Fold it into a triangle or diagonal, put them on top of each other, and then you fold in once like that, and then you fold in twice, just like so. So folding on both sides like that, and then you're going to be cutting from where you folded like that. So you're not cutting the edge, you're cutting a little above the edge like that. So when you cut above the edge, you cut it into somewhere, and then the remaining part you use your heat source to keep it in place, right? Use your heat source to keep it in place, and that's what you have. So you have that. So you're going to be folding right at the middle, right there. You're going to be folding at the back like so, fold in, and then you turn out. So you're going to be having this lovely masterpiece, which is our petal, okay? And we're going to be doing that across all of it, and we're going to finish it. So this is one petal. If you can see it very well, this is one petal. So let's go. So right guys, we are all done with our petals for the 1 yard of our satin fabric. So now I'm going to be coupling it together. We're going to have 8 of these petals in one flower. So remember, we want to know how many flower, our mamacita flower, we're making from 1 yard of satin fabric. So I'm coupling it together now, and then we'll all see how many. So I'll be right back. So guys, finally we are done. So I was able to make 12 different mamacita roses from that 1 yard of our turquoise satin fabric. Yes, bridal satin fabric. Now, how do you know how much you should charge? Now, this is still raw. I've not put any accessories on it. In the next post, I'm going to be putting different accessories on it. So that would definitely add to how much you're going to charge. But let's just say it on a rough estimate. Let's say I bought the 1 yard of the bridal satin for maybe 1,000 naira, 1,000 pounds, 1,000 whatever. Now I make 12 of this. Now you divide 1,000 by 12. Now if you divide 1,000 by 10, it will be 100. So maybe something about 78, or let's say 80 maybe pounds or naira. Let's just put naira. So each of these cost 80 naira to make when you only look at the cost of the materials. Now we're looking at the time. Now it spent almost 2 hours to create this. Yes, you know, in and out distractions and making a video, but another 2 hours. And then whatever you're going to use to apply to it, let's take for example you want to put some appliques on it, and the appliques are maybe 1 pound or 1 naira, so you're going to add it to it. Do you understand what I mean? So that is how to price. Now after you've done all the pricing, looking at the resources, both your fixed and your variable costs, you're not going to check how much are you going to pay yourself. At least experts say you should pay yourself 30% of whatever the production cost. Yes, add 30% to it, and then you can now put a good pricing on your product. Now these and many more we're going to be teaching during our Creative Bees Masterclass. We're going to be teaching you 50 different hair accessories and fabric roses. Yes, 50 different hair accessories and fabric roses. And we're going to be teaching you how to sell, where to source for your resources, how to price, and how to get your customers quick and fast as a creative. So if you're interested in joining us in the Creative Bees Masterclass, make sure you click on the link around this video, or send a DM Creative Bees, and I'm going to be sending you the link to register for the course. Sincerely, this course is going to be a master game changer as a creative. So till I see you in my next post, where I'm going to be putting some accessories on this, different accessories for different function, different work they do. So see you in the next post. Bye for now. Creative Nuspreneur saying, signing out. See you in the next post.